In January, I read 2 books. The first book of 2025 is Deep Work by Newport. Self-help, productivity type of book to help you cultivate strategies to be intentional about your focus and being intentional about having your discipline to deeply focus on whatever you need to get done, get accomplished. And I listened to it on the Libby app because one thing I'm going to do is listen to a book. And honestly, I'm very happy because I am a self-help, self-development girly, and I will be reading at least one of those type of books each month. And Deep Work, I think it's a great start, you know, at least culturally in the US. It's like January, a new start of a new year and a fresh new start, and you want to refocus all your attention, even though it should be, you know, starting in the spring. But I digress. Anywho, I think that was a great book to start in January for the year 2025. The second book I read was the Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. That was a book club pick. That is a historical fiction murder mystery set in Pottstown, PA, which is right outside of Philly. What I will say, trigger warning, there is a lot of trigger warnings for racism, sexual assault, child abuse. It wasn't a heavy book, but it wasn't like light and airy by any means. It has this funny moment. Some of the characters are, you know, I won't say they are comedic relief, but you know, there was some tender moments during this book. But overall, James McBride, I understand the hype, totally get it. I do feel as though, I mean, he's kind of known for being a very descriptive author with his writing style, and it's not bad. It was just, it just got to a point where it's just like, I get it. The pie is creamy and the room is hot. We totally get it. However, what I will say is, if they were to make this book into like a limited 8 or 10 episode series, I'll eat it up. This would be a great mini series. I'll say that for a fact. Nonetheless, I would definitely recommend this book to other people if they're interested in that type of genre books. Now, also in January, I started The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest. I did read that back in November of 2024. I thoroughly enjoyed that book. I first read it on Audible, and then listened to it via the Audible app, and then I listened to it this time via the Libby app. Then that's about self-development and getting out of your own way and not allowing self-sabotage to hold you back. Drink your water. Don't forget to drink your water. I need to get the physical copy because I don't always need to listen to the book, and I'd rather just open up the book, go to parts where like really impacted me or has me, you know, contemplating or thinking. It's just a great book for reminders of get your shit together, but in a very much, in my personal opinion, self-accountable way where you don't feel like shit. But she definitely, you know, tells you low-key, you're low-key the reason why you're here. So only you can get out of your own way. There we go. This book tells you, hey, only you can get out of your own way. Here are some strategies. Here are some talking points to help you get out your own way. I finished The Mountain Is You for the second time on February 1st. And speaking of February, for TBR in February, I'm only doing 2 books. I could be reading more, but I don't want to do that to myself. I learned my lesson from January. So we're going to start off with 2 books in February. The first one being The Eve Myth Revisited. Am I interested in this book purely because of Ali Abdaal? Yes. I've been hearing this man talk about this book for a few years now. And he clearly knows what he's doing business-wise, or he's clearly, at least, for the most part, going in the right direction for himself as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. Because he's doing numbers, okay, on all levels. And as someone that's just getting into, like, being a business owner, like, I'm very much new to content creation, and anything that can that can expand from this, I think this would be a great self-development business book for me to read. The second book I will be starting in February will be my book club pick for this round, and that is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. And I'm very, 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 very excited about it. Yes, it is the same Dark Matter from the TV series on Apple TV. I have not watched that, or I have not watched that series yet. And 9 out of 10, I'll watch it after I read this book, no matter if I like it or not, just to see and compare. But just so we're all clear, Dark Matter is a mind-bending sci-fi thriller exploring alternative realities and the choices that shape our lives. Yeah, that's right up my alley. I haven't read a sci-fi type of book in a little minute. So I'm excited about this book, and I love the cover. I really do. I spoke on this before. I'm a cover girl. You can truly get me with a cover, but that's not why I got the book. And the series, even though I heard of it before I realized it was a book, I still wasn't that interested in it until my favorite booktuber, content creator, Kalila D. There's a few books I picked up because of her opinion, and home runs. So yeah, I trust her opinion on certain books. Well, on books in general. I DNF A Novel Christmas by Charity Sine. I have it on my Kindle, and I had it the audio. And do not get me wrong, very cute, very holiday romance book. However, I'm very much a mood reader, right? So when I first picked this book up, it was in December. Very much in the holiday spirit here in the US, right? And once I got to that 50% mark, I just stopped. I don't know why, I just stopped reading it. Stopped listening to it. And I assume I will just finish it in January because I have just 50% more to go. It's not that long of a book. But I just stopped caring. And not because of the book, not because of the author. It's a very cute book. I'm just, like I was over. I already passed my holiday season hype. And I've learned that I gotta read the holiday books during the holiday season. Because once the season is gone, once the hype is gone, so is my interest. Honestly, truly. But just so you are aware, The Christmas Novel is a holiday theme book. It's about an author who has to write a holiday romance in order to essentially save her career or save her place at her publishing house. And then she finds love in a small Christmassy town, right? It does have some spice. So far the character development looked well. I just lost interest in reading holiday themed books. But other than that, I would still encourage other people to read it. If you're into holiday romances, that's a great holiday romance to read. So you will not go wrong. So that is my January wrap up and my February TBR. Have you read any of these books? Let me know in the comments. If you have any strong opinions. Do not spoil anything, but share with the community. And thank you for watching. You can watch my January TBR to see what books I definitely did not read in January. Go Birds! Mwah! Have a fantastic year.